Welcome to Shelf Indulgence, the perfect place for book lovers who can't resist adding just one more book to their overflowing bookshelves. Join us as we dive into unforgettable stories, underrated reads, and all the bookish indulgences your heart desires. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's talk books.
Hello, welcome to Shelf Indulgence, where we indulge all things books, reading, and literary obsessions. I'm Alan, and here with me is Asia.
Hi, everyone.
So today, Asia, we have a very interesting book. Can you just, tell us a bit about what we have today?
Okay, today we have a book written by Daphne du Maurier and titled My Cousin Rachel. A friend recommended it to me, and actually I've read a couple of her books, and I liked it. But Alan, why did you decide to read this book along with me?
Yeah, well, I think you've told me about this writer before. You recommended one of our books, Rebecca. I think you recommended the movie to me, and it was intriguing. So when you told me about the book, I was like, why not? Let's try it. I decided to just go ahead with it. I thought it was romance when you told me about it. Turned out not to be romance, so that worked for me. Or did it? Did it actually work for me? We'll find out.
We'll find it out later. Okay, let's move on then. In this section, we describe the plot in 10 seconds.
10
Alan,
seconds.
I think you should start. What do you think?
I remember last time I beat you. Mine was better than
What?
yours, so
No.
yes, this time I'm gonna win again.
Okay, let's
I'm ready.
go. Okay, 1, 2, go.
Okay, so the story is about a woman named Rachel who came into the lives of two men and totally turned their lives upside down. And
Hey.
what?
3 seconds.
What?
What?
Oh my
I
God.
won't give you the second try this time, sorry.
Okay, I will still win. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, go.
This story is, oh my God, I'm saying it's the same about Rachel, about Italian lady who's coming to England
Stop.
to. Why did
You've not said anything.
I said that it's about a lady anyway, but
Sorry. Okay, so now we'll be going into the next section, which is the book overview. So this is where Asia, you'll be telling us more about the book, the background, the author, and stuff like that. So yeah.
the book was published in 1951, but actually the whole novel set in pre-Victorian era, which is around 1830s. Right.
Okay.
Actually, I have some idea why Daphne decided to put it in that time. It's quite controversial time when women didn't have much rights. It was most commonly they were just very dependent from men, and that's what the story about basically. While Rachel, she's a widow, she's half Italian, half British. She's coming to England following, like not really following, actually, her second husband, Ambrose, died in Italy, and she decided to come to England to see how his property looks like. And actually, the whole story was told by Philip from his perspective. It's a younger brother of Ambrose, the second husband of Rachel.
Okay, thank you for that, Asia. Looking at I don't even know if I'll classify Rachel as the main character, but probably not since we are reading from the point of view of Philip. So I'll probably say Philip is the main character. Rachel she was an unusual woman. I would I would agree with you on that. She was very smart. I think she was very smart. One thing that really amazed me about her character was that she seemed to be in control all the time. So it was like she had this grand master plan in her head, and no matter what was going on, she was always in control. Even when she seemed like she was not in control, she was in control. It was like she was the puppet master, and everyone was just under control. She could manipulate this one to do this one to do that. And she realized the kind of environment she was in. You know, you said it was a male-dominated era. So I would say she used that to advantage, basically. Yeah.
Okay, maybe let's move on then. Let's choose our best character, worst character, favorite scene, and the most ridiculous moment of the book. Okay,
Okay.
shall I start? Maybe no. So my best my best character, I think it's Rachel, because she shows up the other way to survive in a man-ruled world, I think. I would say she's cunning, but I see her as a well-educated lady who actually just trying to find her way to live in a quite complicated world. Even though she's quite controversial character, I would say, I still like her more than Philip. I think we'll discuss it later. uh, or even Ambrose. Okay. What about you?
Okay. Well, I like Nick. Nick was the godfather of Philip. And the reason I liked him was just because he seems like the most sensible human being out of all of them, you know. He didn't have any agenda, he didn't have any selfish reasons, he was just trying to protect the interest of, his godson and their family, keep the heritage going, and he was just the most sensible person there, which I don't know if it is saying much since he was the oldest. So yes, I would give it to Nick. I like Nick, very sensible and balanced character. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think he was this way, but I also think he is a good example, good reflection of the era as well. I mean, I mostly mean it in a good way. Yeah, in a good way. Okay. Next, what's your
My worst
what's
character,
yes? What's your
obviously,
worst?
obviously, Rachel. Yes, I know it's kind of prejudiced, but if you think about it, now one thing about this book, probably we'll discuss it later, is nothing is confirmed, right? Remember when Nick was trying to, I don't know, search into her history and everything? There were some things that came up about growing up, how she was growing up, things she used to do and all that. So she wasn't a good person, if we had to go by that. Like I said, nothing was confirmed. But if we should go by that, she wasn't a good person right from the beginning. She had two, two of her husbands died. That's too much of a coincidence. I'm sorry. And then, from my own perspective, the way she manipulated Philip, who is a stupid guy, by the way, the way she manipulated Philip, I'm sorry. He is the worst character. And I expect you, Asia, to agree with me when you're mentioning yours. No.
But wait, my worst character from this book is Philip, actually, and I'm surprised you haven't picked him because it's the whole story. We see the whole story from his perspective from the very beginning. That's like, by
Yes.
the way. and everything that was found out along the way. It's how Philip was finding out things, how he was not he wasn't really the thing is he wasn't even trying to investigate something. It's only like
Yeah.
his godfather who did something for him, right? But
Yep.
we mostly see him as a very emotional person. Like he's following his emotions mostly, right? And he doesn't really analyze things. The only okay, sometimes he, if someone told him you have to pay attention to this, to that, like why do you think she did this on that? Like only in this moment, that moment, he tried to analyze something, but mostly he just like got carried by his emotions, and so so
If there was going to be option of stupidest character, then I would give it to I would give it to him. But for someone that was so emotional, I'm wondering how he was able to manage the business. Like,
mm,
Ambrose was away for so long and he managed everything. Everything was going on, everything was going fine.
yeah, but
I think it's
I
just the
think it
fact
was
that
no, wait, I think it was explained in the book in a way because he was very inexperienced when
yeah,
it comes
yeah,
to women.
yeah.
Because that's why, because I mean, he's a good as a landlord. I mean, ruling
Okay.
his possessions.
Estate. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue.
Your turn.
My favorite scene, like reading the book, I was frustrated for many reasons in many places. So, I think two places that that I liked was description of the what I call the palace of the house where Ambrose and Rachel lived. I know not from experience, but I know Italy has a lot of beautiful places, and I just wonder it would have been back then. So the way the scene was described, I think there was a fountain where Ambrose used to sit down or something. Um, so I like the way the house was described, and also the grave where he was buried. Yeah, yes,
You mean
yes,
Rachel's Italian house and the
yes,
the grave? Mm-hmm.
yes. Where Ambrose was buried. Yes.
Okay. Um, I think the most favorite scene is where, for me, it's where Rachel, she already came to England, and she Ambrose, when he left the England for Italy, he wanted to build a garden in his property, and so when Rachel appeared there, she actually started doing it. Like she brought lots of books, lots of pictures, and she started planning the garden. Like even though Ambrose was already dead, she still wanted to do something. She also brought a lot of I can't remember, was it roses? It was like plants, different. I
Yeah,
think
she
there
brought some plants from Italy. Yes.
yeah, lots of plants, and so apart from that, she also started planning the garden. So that's the scene. There was a particular scene actually when she was doing it. Okay,
Okay.
move on. The most ridiculous moment. Shall I just continue?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can start.
At some point, Philip, I think we didn't mention a very important thing,
Which is
which is even when Ambrose died, Rachel didn't get. anything from that. Like she
Yes.
didn't like any money, any property, anything, right? Ambrose left everything to Philip, right?
Yes.
Mostly everything. So at some moment when Philip basically, I think it's already obvious that Philip gradually falls in love with Rachel, right? And at some point, he just decided to give everything to her. And the very first thing, not in things, he decided to give her jewels. So he just bring in a basket full of jewels to
Yeah.
her, like in the night. Like it was quite ridiculous in terms of like somewhere in the night, like he just took all these pearls from bank, carried it to his house, and in the night just climbs up through her window to her room and just like gives everything to her, and she was just shocked, like what's going on, basically. And it was like all of a sudden, because he like all this, he's falling in love, but mostly as we see it, it happens in his head, and Rachel basically can't even really figure out what's going on. So yeah, what about you?
Okay. Mine is very similar to yours. Of course, he tried to rationalize his decision in the sense that if Ambrose had stayed alive a little longer, all the possessions would have obviously gone to her, and that was his reason for giving everything to her. It was stupid and ridiculous because, like, he wasn't 100% sure that Ambrose would have given Rachel all of the possessions. He wasn't sure of Ambrose's state of mind, or should I say, he decided not to be sure. He tried to ignore it, because of his love for Rachel. He wanted to assume, oh, she was the best wife ever, she was the victim, she was the one that was treated badly and all that. Ultimately, he was doing it for himself so that, of course, she would want him, which didn't happen, but it was just ridiculous and stupid that you can just gift your whole family's wealth to someone else without thinking. It's crazy. Love makes people do crazy things, I guess. So yeah, that's my most ridiculous moment. Okay, so we are moving on to the next section, hot takes and unpopular opinions. So basically in this segment we talk about, whatever it is that we think is controversial, anything about the book or the author or just anything. Asia, what is your hot take concerning
I
this
don't know
book?
if it's really hot take or unpopular opinion or whatever, but I think, okay, we both know that the writer drew Rachel, the main character, as super controversial person, right? And there are lots of things to discuss about, but I still think that the main topic, the main theme of the book, that Rachel was a modern and independent lady in a world when women usually were very dependent from men, or from just
Dependent of men.
of men. Yeah.
Okay.
And basically all the troubles she went through was caused by this kind of age and these circumstances.
Huh? How? How was it caused by that? How?
I'll tell you why. Do you remember that
I'm listening. I'm
moment
listening.
when she was telling, like, when she already came to England, right? And I think she was talking to Philip, and he said, like, wow, like no, you can't be giving Italian language lesson to someone.
Yeah,
I can't allow this. You're a widow. You're a former, not formal. She was still a wife of
yeah,
Ambrose. Like you can't be doing this because you're a lady. Blah 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 blah. Right? But she was saying that she can easily. I can't remember if she did it before or
yeah. She said she had done it
she's
before.
very okay to do stuff like that, like to be paid for work she could actually do easily. And he was like, "No, you can't. I can't allow this. Stay here. Like, you know, you can like
Just stay
stay
at
here,
home.
just stay at home. Like you should do you remember he was giving her a schedule how she should
Yeah,
invite guests, or do you remember?
yeah. I remember. I remember. Well, I remember, but
Yes.
okay, maybe this would lead me also to my own unpopular opinion. Yes, and this is connected to what I said initially, right? The society was, I don't know, misogynistic, right? You might say that, but she took advantage of that because in that situation you described, what did he do when she said she wanted to take lessons? What did he end up doing? Hmm? Do you remember?
What?
He decided to start giving her allowance, right? Because he was
Okay.
thinking she wanted to do it because of money. So who's to say that was not a plan from the beginning? Like she wanted to manipulate the
Unfortunately,
situation.
you can't know this.
Me,
It wasn't
for
explained.
me, yes, I know. For me, that was a reason, and that is why my
This is how Philip
on that is how he saw
saw
it.
it. Yeah, and how you saw it as well.
Hey, and that is why I'm saying my unpopular opinion is that she deserved what she got in the end because she just came in there and she caused a lot of trouble. A lot. She's the one that caused trouble for Ambrose because he was supposed to just go to Italy
Wait,
for a bit
you're
and come
giving
back.
it as a statement like she did this, we don't know this. Do you remember? It wasn't explained for sure. It's just what you think. It
Okay,
went
okay.
this
Let me
way,
ask you then.
right?
Let me ask you then. Was she the reason Ambrose didn't come back to England? Was she the
No,
reason?
he didn't come.
Oh,
Wait, he didn't come back because he fell ill.
you know what?
He was
He
ill.
wanted to come. You know, when he was exchanging letters with Philip initially, his plan was not
You
to
mean
stay for that
okay.
long.
Yes, because
He wa-
he made
he-
Rachel right. Yes,
exactly.
in this case, yes, but it's not like he didn't want to come at all. He was ill, right? And
Well, at that
he
point in
couldn't.
time, we don't know. We don't know whether it was the one or it was someone else. Like we can't be sure, right? We can't be sure.
Yes, okay,
But
we can't be
what we
sure.
are sure of is that initially he didn't come home because of Meta. Number two, if she hadn't come home, if she had just stayed where she was, nothing else would have happened. Philip would have
Of
continued,
it's
probably would have married Louis. And all.
you know that it doesn't make any sense now, right? I would say
She's the,
if he
she's the
didn't go
cause.
anywhere, nothing would
She
something
should
else
stay. She
would have happened instead of.
like what? Oh, do you remember one
You could
character we
just
are
like,
even
I don't know, get injured in his house and just I don't know, fell from
okay? I
the
guess
staircase and just died.
I guess what I'm trying to say is if she wasn't if she hadn't come back home, I won't be this angry.
I think
Exactly.
we forgot to mention one more character. It's Philip's a lady. It's a girl. Yeah, the
Louis?
Louise. Yeah, Louise.
Yeah, yeah.
I think she's also kind of reasonable um,
She was.
person.
She was. And I think it's like I don't know, you're a woman, so maybe you'd be the best person to comment on this, but is it really true that a woman would know the intention of another woman, like objectively, just upon seeing her? Like, is it possible to just know?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, okay. Because Louis, of course, Louis was, everybody was like, oh, Philip should give her a chance, should give Rachel a chance. And then immediately Rachel came. It was like, nah, this woman is dangerous. So it's just crazy intuition. Or maybe it was jealousy, you know?
It might be jealousy, of course, because
Yeah,
you remember everyone before Rachel appeared, everyone was expecting that Philip will get married, right?
yeah, to
It's
Louis. Yeah,
Louis.
yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
let's
Yeah.
move on.
So, okay, let's move on.
Um, we're coming close to the end now. Yeah, so let's start giving our final verdict on the book. So in this section, we decide shell or sell. If it's
Okay,
shelf, basically it means it's worth owning and revisiting. If it's sell,
okay.
sell, so it's one-time read or not worth keeping at all. So what do you think, Alan? What is this for you?
I mean, it's no, it's no surprise to anyone hearing that, to anyone listening that, yeah, sell it
Sell it.
expeditiously, expeditiously. Just read and sell it, because, like, I think I read this book, I don't know how many months ago, and I'm still having
You
PTSD from
still
the anger.
remember it.
Yes,
You're still frustrated about it. I think it was
yes.
actually to be shelved, to be shelved for sure. Because
Oh,
if the book touches you so much and you remember it, you still like
are you trying to say I should keep it so that I can torture myself even
yes,
more? Funny enough, I may just do that. Okay,
okay,
so it's a shelf for you, right?
yes,
Shelf
it's
for
shelf.
me. Okay. Why do you want to shelf it?
Because it's I like the story. Like I really like the story. I like the characters. So why not? If you like the book, of course you would like to own it, to have it on
You
your
want
shelf. So it's
this? Okay.
obvious, isn't it?
Okay then. So since you would like to shelf it, let's move on to the next segment, bookshelf space rating. So we have rating system from 1 to 5, where you rate where you want to place the book. So 5 stars is front and center, 4 stars is prime shelf real estate, 3 stars middle shelf, 2 stars bottom shelf to for it to gather dust, and then 1 star is get it out of the door, to a used bookstore. So for you, where would you like to place it?
I'll place it in a middle shelf, which is it. Yeah,
Mm,
I give 3 stars. I give it
3 stars middle
three
shelf.
stars. Yeah, middle shelf. Because I've read the other books of written by the author, by Daphne du Maurier, and I know there are some better than that. In terms, it's like since just got explained, everything got explained, even though she still keeps it atmosphere, this kind of vibe of the tension, everything like everything that features good mystery books is everything is there, but everything that get explained gets explained in the end. It didn't happen in this book, so I mean, why I'm giving it 3 star? Because 3 stars, because I know there's something that may get 5 stars, right? But in this particular case, let's just give it 3 stars. I would still like to have it and keep it, but yeah, I still would like to have the book. What about you?
Well, for me, the only thing stopping me from getting it out of the door is because of what you mentioned. I'm gonna give it 2 stars, bottom shelf. I just want to keep it at that corner that nobody sees. Let it gather dust, because it's the book was so frustrating. Reading it all through, I was waiting for the point where okay, everything will become clear. It's like reading a mystery book and not finding out who was the killer. And probably that's what the writer was going for, right? She just wanted everything out there. But yeah, for me, nope, nope. I didn't like that. I didn't like that there was no closure. Um, so I'm feeling so much frustration about the book that the only reason I'll keep it is maybe the frustration I have right now is enough to last me for 5 years. So maybe in 5 years' time, when I when I want to get frustrated again, I can just
So you can keep it
dust
for
the book.
this reason, right?
Exactly. I can keep it just for that. Okay. So 2 stars for me, 3 stars for you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it, guys. We have come to the end of another episode. My cousin Rachel. You guys should check it out. Leave us your comments, in the comment section.
You should, guys, you should try the book out and leave us a comment if you get frustrated or get excited, after reading this book.
All right. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap for today on Shelf Indulgence. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. We'd love to hear from you. And hey, let's keep the conversation going. Follow us on Instagram and tell us what you're reading. Until next time, remember, shelf care is self-care.